there, boys and girls. Today I'm going to show you the first step of your new 5th grade project from the 3rd quarter art kit that I sent home during pickup for your 3rd quarter materials in January. What you have in front of you is you in your art kit have 6 strings. All of mine are the same color. However, you should have 4 strings that are one color and 2 strings that are a different color. You were also sent home with a much longer string that is multiple colors in one. We will need that in the next video for this assignment. You also were given 3 straws. What I'm going to do right now is I'm going to take my straws out of their wrapping. We are not using them for drinking, so please do not do that. And you can just throw the wrappers in the trash. Okay, the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take a look right here. These straws have a bend in them. That's great for drinking, but we don't need them for that. So we're going to cut it right at the end of the bend. Please don't cut it any shorter than that, as you need your straw to be as long as it can be. So I like to bend them just so I can get a really good idea of where it ends. Like that, okay? So that's what I needed to do, and those again, these can also go in the trash. We don't need them either. Now, here comes what I would consider the tricky part, even though it's really not tricky, you just have to take your time. So you take 2 strings that are the same color. Again, you should have 4 strings that are one color and 2 strings that are another color. And you're going to take two at one time, and you're going to gently push them through the straw. Now, this can be easy or difficult depending on your patience. You just need to take your time so that it looks like this, okay? And you're gonna do that 2 more times. So, and if your strings are different lengths, that's okay. That doesn't really matter. What matters is that both strings get all the way through the straw. Like so. So you're watching me do this in real time. And sometimes it's easy and sometimes it's hard. Just kind of depends. You can try and use a pencil to fish it through. Just see if that works a little bit better, or fish it out. Let's try it again. Okay. Don't get frustrated with it. It absolutely will take a minute. It just kind of depends if your string is loose or not. It's super close to the edge. Like so. I'm going to try the other side. I think there's like a gap in my yarn. There we go. It's going really easy now. It's right here at the end, and you can even take a pencil, help fish it out, like so. Okay, don't get frustrated with it. Again, I just have to do that 3 different times to make it work. I promise that's okay. This is definitely a project that we would do in the art room, and I would have you do them together all at the same time. So don't stress. I encourage you to try the other side if one side seems like it's not wanting to work properly. And it really does, the more gentle you are, the faster it really does go. Okay, so I have all 3 done. Not totally painful. And then what I'm going to do is I am going to take some tape. Now I'm using this kind of tape. You can use the yellow version of this. This is called painter's tape. The yellow version is called masking tape. And I only have a roll this thick because that's what I have. I'm not saying that you need a roll of tape this thick. I do encourage you not to use clear tape. Clear tape doesn't seem to stick as well, but if that's what you have, go for it. It'll work for what we need it for. So I'm going to take a piece, rip it off, and on the bottom of your project, I'm going to tape half of it on the straws and half of it on the yarn. Like so. And then I'm going to pick it up, and then I'm going to flip it upside down, and I'm just going to finish taping. Like that. All right, so now what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to flip it upside down. So this is now facing away from me, and this is pointing towards me. And I'm going to separate the strings. So ideally, that middle straw should be the one that is totally different colors from these two. So I'm going to separate them out. And then I'm going to separate the middle straw to connect to these 2 strings. So I have strings on the going back towards the bottom, strings going out and strings going out. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take these 2 strings, they're from 2 different straws, and I'll zoom in for you a little bit so you can see. And I'm just going to tie them in a double knot. So 1, 2. Okay, and then I'm going to do the same thing to this one. 1, 2. Do it gently, because if you pull too hard, these will come out of your straws and you will have to start over. They all have to be stuck like this. Okay? Now, what's left are these 2 strings that I had you put towards the bottom of the tape. You need to tie those to whatever is touching it. It could be the same color, it could be a different color, but you need to tie it to something. It's okay that it's being tied to something that's already been tied once. You just need to make sure that it can't come out, and that's the purpose of tying them. Now, I haven't revealed what this is. Some of you might have been able to guess, but we are making something called a loom, and I will provide you more information on what a loom is in the next video after a week of us working on this together. I hope you have a great week. Thanks so much.